Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Know Your Town, the show where we talk about Saugus all the time. As you guys know, on this show, I like to cover town offices, public officials, groups and organizations, and that is why I bring with one of my favorite guests, the lovely Donna Manoogian.
Thank you, Andrew. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, Donna is the matriarch and co-president of one of the loveliest organizations in town, the Saugus Garden Club. Now, I started going to garden club meetings within the last couple of years for a couple of reasons. One, everybody there is lovely.
Yes, it's true.
Two, the snacks are fantastic. And three, my mother likes it when I come and make wreaths with her. So why don't we start with this? Because, you know, the reason I do this show is because I like the public to get to know the people behind the town departments, or in this case, the organization. How long has the Garden Club been around?
The Garden Club is celebrating our 80th anniversary this year, this spring.
Wow.
We started in 1945 with 26 men and women who organized victory gardens, which was very popular back after the war. And they started it under a different name. It was an original garden club. And then they came together, and it's grown ever since. It's had some ups and downs in population, but it's grown.
Well, it's, you know, you guys have some sort of set events every year.
We do.
There's a calendar, and I'll cover them later. But it's such a great group. Everybody is so warm, and I must say, I tend to be one of the only gentlemen there, but that's okay. You guys are all very, very sweet people. I mean, you've been in town a very long time too, haven't you?
I came to Saugus from Everett in 1950 with the family, and we left the city and came to the country. And that's what Saugus was like. It was the country in 1950.
Then you went 5 miles to the countryside.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I mean, before we pivot into really what makes the Garden Club, and I do want to talk about this lovely decoration too in a second, are you involved in any other organizations? I mean, a lot of the members of the Garden Club are connected to the Lions. A lot of them are town meeting members, members of the Town Democrats, and some of the other organizations. Deb Panetta does a lot of work with the Knights of Columbus through her husband. So it's all the same cast of characters. That's almost.
True.
I mean, you've been a member of the Garden Club for a long time.
Closing in on about 50 years.
Wow.
I would really have to look back at yearbooks, but it's 45 to 50 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
It leads into one of the photos I'm going to show you later. Now, this decoration right here.
Yes.
Every Garden Club meeting, we do different things. Around Christmas, we make wreaths. We have Thanksgiving centerpieces. Obviously, flower bouquets and different things, and these come from donations from stores and different places. Where do you guys source the flowers? I'm sure you buy some of them.
For our Thanksgiving centerpiece workshop, we buy them from the New England Flower Mart over in Chelsea. We go to Riccardi's over there, and we get pristine plants and flowers. But for a lot of our events, we have donations from Trader Joe.
Trader Joe's.
And they give us what the company calls shares. They share with the community.
Yeah.
And the flowers are not the freshest, but they've been taken off the floor for sale in most cases, but they're still wonderful flowers. So donations from Trader Joe's has been very helpful to us.
I mean, it's nice to see that sort of support from a town organization, especially through you guys, but I know Trader Joe's does other donations, things like that. You find, every time I went to a Boy Scout project when I was in Scouts, Home Depot and Stop and Shop, and we get pizzerias that would donate lunch.
That's right.
That sort of thing. I like to see that kind of support from the community.
Yeah.
But, regular viewers of this show will notice that this is the first episode where I haven't had a old green reading lamp next to me. Without a light bulb in it, by the way, an
my
unplugged reading lamp without a light bulb.
A prop.
But I wanted something else a little more colorful. Now, this is just like the kind of thing we would make. This one is artificial,
That's
so I
right.
can keep it. And,
That's right.
but it isn't too far off from the sort of stuff we would make in the garden club. I know you don't really work with artificial flowers a lot, but I asked you to source something for me, and in return, I am taking you to lunch at some point soon.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
But, you know, I like to bring the positivity. I like to show off
Yes.
the town. I like to connect the audience with the best parts of Saugus.
That's
and
right.
when I think of the warmest people in Saugus, you have to go with the garden club. You just have to. You're always in such a good mood. I mean, and think about some of the people we get to hang out with.
Yeah.
Ruth Berg.
Yeah, right.
The woman's a legend
She is.
with her hats.
I know.
You know, I guess we will start. Actually, you know what? Let's start with Ruth.
Okay.
So this is a photo that we took a couple of years ago at Founders Day. My mother and you and me and Ruth Berg. At Founders Day, what are you guys doing? You have a table.
We've been with Founders Day since the very, very beginning when Donna Gould and Kathy were the two people who set it up and ran it. And the Garden Club, I happen to have graduated high school with Donna Gould,
Yep.
so we are close. And we've had a table there with a tent every year. We hand out our literature. And once in a while we have chances or raffles.
Yep.
And we get a raffle permit every year from the town so that we do things by the book. And we've just enjoyed Founders Day. We walk around, we bring our family, and it's nice. It's really hometown, and I love it.
Well, I mean, that's it, right? That's family. I mean, you mentioned family. I know your daughter because when I was in middle school, I believe she was the vice principal at the time.
Yeah.
In fact, my cousins had her as an English teacher before that.
Yeah, Myra.
And they grew up a couple of houses down from me. She used to live on I grew up on Lincoln Ave. I won't name where she lived, but we used to live a few houses apart from each other. So I would see your grandchildren around the neighborhood and stuff. I mean, even when we talk about somebody like Ruth, who is that gorgeous woman in the purple hat, she is always so energetic and warm, and she's got a bundle of flowers with her wherever she goes.
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's, right. You know, when you think of sort of the progress is the right word, but growth that you've seen group, you almost, this is going to sound insulting, but you almost age into the garden club, right? And even a couple of years ago when my mother started coming to every meeting, she just got excited to see everybody.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
You know,
They're good people. They help each other.
well, you know, like I said, a lot of those people are the first ones to volunteer if you need something. I
Yep.
mean, I know some of them sort of through our long-standing friendships and politics. I'm going to throw a picture up now of me and Chairwoman Panetta,
Yes.
who will be a guest on this show soon. You know, when I think of somebody that has given her heart and soul to this town, I think of Debbie.
That's right.
You know, anytime I've needed her for something, she's been there.
Yep.
I'm also
That's right.
very close to her family. Her son and I are very good friends. So whenever we're at a garden club event or something else, she insists on taking a picture. Now, I don't know if you can tell by the mug of flowers that I'm holding, but I have no idea what I'm doing at those things.
It's no problem at all. Come.
And slowly I'm learning how to be a florist, but I still haven't got a clue. So you just sort of learn as you go. And there's always, you know, people are spread out with leaves and flowers and little bushels and different things they're sticking in the little green foam stuff.
Oh, you got the lingo down.
I don't know what it is.
foam.
The foam stuff. And then everybody's got their own pair of shears.
Oh, yes.
And I'm wandering around the room like Mr. Magoo trying to figure out if red goes with yellow.
It does.
You know, one day at a time. You know, I've got a bunch of photos here, generously donated to me by Deborah Panetta's Facebook page. One of my favorite events that happens every year is called Books in Bloom.
Mm-hmm.
Could you give us a little background on when that started? It's held at the public library. I'm showing a picture now of the library director, Alan, and this was the welcome table for this year's event. But how long has Books in Bloom been going on?
We've had, I think, 11 years, but during COVID, we had a 2-year break.
Yeah.
But we started it because I read about a garden club in Drake that did Books in Bloom in the library. So I reached out to them to find out, how do you do this? What's involved?
Right.
And it turns out it's pretty easy to do. And we're so welcomed at the library. I think they like the diversity of programming too.
And the decoration. So what happens during the event, and this kind of goes on for a couple of weeks, is people will take a book they read and sort of make a flower bouquet based on the book. And a lot of people, I'm showing one now, the vase is supposed to be a hat.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming like the hat that the main character would have in that book. I never read it. But you'll get to see some interesting stuff.
Yeah.
You'll make little themed baskets and whatever they think might go with that book. This one here, Life in 5 Senses. Very cool design.
Yeah, beautiful.
But there's a rooster on the pot. Now, I have no idea where you would even find a pot like that, but the point is that you sort of make it your own. And one of these years I'll participate.
Oh, you will.
Well, my favorite part of Books in Bloom is after the during the sort of celebration, whatever it is usually a weekend where everybody gets together and makes their bouquets and such, but then there's a sort of viewing party, I guess you could call it, and everybody comes together and you walk around the library a bit and sit, and there's always really good desserts.
Of course.
People bring their own cakes, so they'll make brownies and cheesecake. There's all kinds of stuff. So then I feel bad, like a freeloader. Like I come and just
Oh no.
all kinds of cookies. I mean, I'm looking at a picture right now of some of our members. There's Ruth.
Oh, yeah.
There's Lorraine. There's you.
Nice.
You get a great crowd. It's a very wholesome event. There's a lot of former teachers that are involved in the garden club.
Yes, there are.
People like Jean Swanson that I had in 2nd grade.
Janice Long.
Janice Long, of course.
Yeah.
Another one that I knew in elementary school.
Debbie Mallon.
Debbie Mallon. So we were talking before the show started, but Janice Long and Debbie Mallon knew one of my aunts. They went to high school together. Debbie was in the Future Teachers Club with them, so I've got old
nice.
yearbook photos
Yeah.
of them, from, I don't even know what year that would have been. But in her first year of teaching, Debbie Mallon had, I think she has the record of teaching the most relatives of mine.
That's
because
great.
in her first year of teaching, she was at the Sweetser.
Oh.
And she had my mother's first cousin, Alan Crabtree, was in her class. This was before she was married. I had her for history in 5th grade. My sister and one of my cousins had her as a homeroom teacher. So I've known, that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Saugus this is the point, why I bring this up. Saugus is a small town.
Yes, it is. I love it.
You can see nobody leaves. Nobody goes somewhere else, right? And the people that move here tend to stay.
Yes.
Jean Swanson, and I think you can see the back of her head there in the purple shirt. She's heavily involved in the Historical Society.
That's true.
So last year, when it was time to open the time capsule,
The town hall.
time capsule, that was largely her doing.
Yes.
So for the 10th time in the last 20 minutes, you keep seeing these people everywhere. It's because they care about the community and they want to see
Yep.
they want to see the positivity in Saugus. You know, one of the
Yeah.
things that the superintendent does, and I'm going to have him on the show at some point, probably in the summer when he's a little less busy, is whenever he gets a chance, he invites a group of students to the school committee meetings to present on the
Oh, yes.
extracurricular programs,
Yeah.
or to welcome the, you know, make something up, the lacrosse team or the basketball team, or who,
That's
you know,
true.
the
Yeah.
the chorus is going to do a song from the upcoming musical, something like that. And it
Wonderful.
seems like at every meeting now,
Mm-hmm.
there's some sort of group there to show off what they're proud of.
Yeah, Mike Hashem is very inclusive.
Well, that's the
Brings
kind of stuff
people
I
in.
love. And I
Yeah.
when I go to those meetings and occasionally I speak, I say, listen, this is what we need,
Mm-hmm.
right? These kids are learning in these schools and they're getting involved in these kinds of programs.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you know, when you grow up and you're sort of retired, and I don't know this for sure, but I imagine there's a lot of members of the garden club that have retired and sort of do this as a hobby.
Yes.
It's a good friendship. It's a warm group.
You just took the word friendships.
Well,
Yeah. Sometimes you don't see that person from one meeting to the next, and then when you see them, you just pick up again right where you left off, because they've become your friends.
well, I mean, how long have you and I known each other at this point?
I think it's closing in on 10 years,
It-
because you were just a kid.
It probably should be. I think the first time we met, because obviously I knew your daughter,
Yep. Ira.
but the first time you and I met, it was very briefly. Town meeting member Al Donardo, who will probably be on this show at some point.
Oh,
I
that
have to
would be
convince
good.
him to come up here from Plymouth.
Yep.
He used to have these parties at his house. He would do 2 a year, a Christmas party, and they would have a white party around Labor Day, and would invite, it seemed like half the town. And I
Right.
think that's where you and I first met, was at one of those events.
Mm-hmm.
And it's another very sweet group, and everybody just sits around and talks and
Yes.
dances, and there was always a photo booth or something.
Yes.
Speaking of your daughter, she's in this photo.
Oh, that's
This-
nice.
this-
On the left.
Yep, this is from one of the meetings. I don't know which, what theme this was. Mm-hmm. This could be the Christmas one. I have no idea.
That was at St. John's Church, where we have a lot of our meetings.
Yep. Now, St. John's Church, I'm sure, graciously lets you use their room, and
Yes.
obviously we clean up afterwards because we spend 2 hours throwing leaves around the room.
Yes. We always look for a broom. We have people just step forward and say, well, I'm here for the cleanup, and off we go, and we leave it hopefully as good, if not a little better than when we walked in.
Well, I mean,
We're grateful to St. John's for allowing us to use it without cost.
even in this photo alone, look at the color, look at the positivity.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't think you can see him, but I believe Myra brought her dog to that meeting.
Oh.
He was sitting on the floor. That was my favorite part of that meeting, by the way. Mm-hmm. This very cute dog came
Yeah.
and sat with me for a while.
Yeah.
But, I like to go to these things with my mother. My favorite event happens around Christmas. And I'm going to show a picture of my mother. This is my front door, by the way. My mother
Nice.
my mother and I both made wreaths.
Nice.
Now, I didn't know you could just make a wreath. Everybody had these little picks with the wires, and you attach a pine cone to a wire, and then you jam it in the thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I managed to pull it off. My mother
They
went
look
to the store,
lovely.
and she bought her own decorations.
Yes.
I don't know if you can see them clearly in the photo, but she
Yeah.
bought some Christmas lights, some blue Christmas lights, and she threaded them in, and
Great.
a battery pack, and
Yes.
it hung on our Christmas door, our front door, the entire season.
We become very creative, and we share.
Right.
So that whoever brings something, we put it in the middle of each table, and people can
And
take what they
Everybody
like.
has been happy to help me, and I got
Yeah.
an extra one of these. Here
Yes.
you go. And I don't know what looks good, right? I'm a guy. I don't have any style at all, and the fact that I'm still here is impressive. But you can see the wreath
Oh,
I
that's
made there.
lovely.
I found a gold sort of bow and a
Uh-huh.
little red poinsettia, and I like poinsettias a lot. So Jeannie and I, Jeannie Meredith, town meeting member Jeannie Meredith, who will be on this show eventually as soon as I get her to pull her stuff together.
Yeah.
We made wreaths together.
Jeannie and her mother are new members. brand
Yes,
new
that's right.
members. Hmm.
But her mother's another one that's absolutely lovely.
Lovely.
You know,
Yeah.
they just like, when I think of people, you know, we mentioned Deb Panetta earlier.
Yep.
Jeannie Meredith's on that list too. Somebody who will always lend a hand when they can,
Yeah.
and just wants to see the town thrive, right? And that's really, I guess, at the core what the Garden Club is about. It's about bringing people together for the beautification of the town of Saugus.
We do the wreaths on the town hall front door for the different seasons.
I didn't know that. That's so sweet of you.
Yep. Yeah, right now there's a spring. Actually, I liked the wreath so much I bought the same for my own home, and it's very spring and summery like.
Now, I know I don't have any photos of it, but there's also an event at Break Heart every year.
Yes.
And then, I mean, there's a couple. So there's usually one big one at Town Hall, and I have some photos of that. I will get to that in a sec. There's one at Break Heart. We do Books in Bloom at the library. Strawberry Festival, usually.
Coming up.
Is it coming up? I have no idea when it is. I think I miss it
It's
every
the
year.
21st. Well, it's in June. It's the 21st.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys watching this at home will have no idea when that won't be relevant to any
No.
of you, but that's fine.
Sorry.
I'm going to go to the Strawberry Festival.
Right.
What is your favorite event?
Oh, I think it's the town hall. I just love the town hall. When I was little, I went to dancing school with Virginia Austin down at the Pythian building. And one year we had our recital in the town hall.
Wow.
And I was little, and I can remember the stairs, and I remember the stage, and I felt like a rockette. It was just something that.
I bet you look like a rock.
Oh, I'm sure I did. Yeah, little. But the town hall has always been special to me. And we have our fundraiser in there. And it's in the spring of every year. We have a guest speaker. We fill the room with at least 100 people. We have an average of 30. We've cut back our raffles because they take so long. So we have an average of 30 raffles at the end of the night. We have auction of the flowers that have been made. And we have the whole right side of the town hall is lined with homemade desserts.
Now, I've got a picture of it here. I've got a few.
Good.
Great crowd.
Yeah. You see so many people in town.
You know, well, that's it, right? There's so many. That's why I like going to Garden Club meetings.
Yeah.
There's just so many people I like there.
Yeah. We're
And-
about just over 70 people now in the club. There was a time back in the 70s and early 80s when the numbers really went down, and we weren't sure how we would continue. We made some changes.
Yep.
We came up with some evening meetings and a different variety of programming. And it's just steadily grown to, it's never, of course, been this high, but here we are, a little over 70 people. And you don't have to come to everything.
You don't have to come to every meeting.
And I say to people who are interested, you don't join right away. Come and see what we're about. Meetings are open to the public. There's no charge for a meeting. And see if it's something that you would like to be part of. And just about everyone says, I want to take an application.
Well, this is funny, but when I wasn't sure whether or not I wanted to join the garden club, right? It's not, I'm 24.
Yeah.
And I'm a guy.
Yeah.
Respectfully to you lovely people.
Right.
And I wanted to make a wreath. I've always wanted to make a wreath. And my mother goes, it's like $15 for an outsider to come and make a wreath. Or you could pay the $20 dues for the year. I'm like,
If I could just correct you there, the dues are $30 a year.
my mistake.
The wreaths are $10 for non-members and free to garden club members.
That's it. So think about that.
Yeah.
$30 for the year, and I can make a couple of other bouquets.
And they're free also for members. So we spend a lot of money on our Thanksgiving flowers, but it's free to members.
I mean, I just, I can't stop saying it. Everybody's just so nice. I'm going to show another photo here
Okay.
from this year's town hall fundraiser.
Yep.
That is Selectman Panetta, who you asked to be the auctioneer. So for the whole second half of the afternoon, the evening after we had our guest speaker, she held up the little raffle items and people bid
Yep.
on them. It was a fun event. It was.
Yeah. I think the highest any of those went for was $30.
I think so.
We started at $7.
$7 each.
So that anyone can have an opportunity to buy a $7 arrangement. And also our raffle tickets are only $1, and our raffle baskets are quite nice. But for $1, you can buy a raffle ticket. So although it's a fundraiser, we're also mindful that we want people to come and be able to participate and not have to spend a lot of money. Just
Right.
come and enjoy the night.
Here are some of the guests from the day and some of their winning baskets or
Yeah.
homemade baskets. I don't know which one,
Yep.
but I have a bone to pick with you about that event.
I'm listening.
I have a grievance, Donna.
I'm listening.
So there's a whole table, one side of town hall is filled with the raffle baskets.
Yes.
And the other side of town hall, from wall to wall,
Yes.
is store-bought homemade baked goods.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if you recall, but my mother brought in a sheet cake from Costco.
She brought in a beautiful white
It was
sheet
delicious.
cake.
It had little white roses.
It sure
had
did.
vanilla cake, cheesecake filling, mousse. It was delicious.
It was.
Now here's
what's
my
the
grievance.
What?
She bought that cake, and the event was held on a Wednesday.
Yes, it is.
On Friday, I graduated from college with my master's degree.
Oh my God.
I didn't get a cake. I got home. I got leftover garden club cake.
Take it up with your mother.
No, this is how we treat the host of the show, folks.
Priorities.
That's
here,
right.
Huh?
The garden club gets a brand new sheet cake.
Yes.
Gorgeous, gorgeous cake from Costco.
It was.
I get leftovers.
Well, at least she brought it home.
Yeah. No, actually, that's not true.
Oh.
First she brought it here, and then they got their pick of the leftovers. Then she brought it home.
Well, she planned ahead. She bought a big cake, a very big cake.
Yes, no, that's true. Now that I'm finished complaining about my lack of graduation cake and my mother's favoritism of the garden club over her own perfect son,
Perfect.
we have added a guest to this show. The sweeter than honey co-president of the Saugus Garden Club and a longtime board member, Lorraine DeMille. Lorraine, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. A little late, but I'm
That's all right. We don't mind. We were talking about you earlier today because I have a picture up on the screen now from this year's, I think it was this year's, Books in Bloom event at the library. And I was asking your benevolent compadre there what her favorite event in town was. And she said the annual fundraiser at the town hall. I'm curious what you think. What is your favorite event that the Garden Club puts on?
Gee, that's a toss-up. I don't know whether it's Books in Bloom or the town hall meeting. It's just town hall. We have all these people coming, and they really enjoy themselves. We see
Right.
them laughing and talking and buying chances and eating plenty of goodies. But the Books in Bloom, it's just, you feel like you've really accomplished something.
Right.
You've chosen a book and you
read it.
a batch of flowers on the cover of the book. So they're both great events. Matter of fact, all our events are great. Not that I'm prejudiced or anything.
I mean,
Before we leave Books in Bloom, I just wanted to say how easy it is to participate.
okay.
And the example that I use is if you have a book with a flower on it, say you have one rose on a book, that's your book to enter. You don't have to tie in the theme of the book or anything other than the cover. And then you can buy one rose that's the same color and you have an entry. There's no judging. there are a lot of shows that have very strict rules. We have guidelines, but we don't have any judging, so that anyone who says, I can't make an arrangement, well, that we say, do what you can, bring what you have, and we'll help you on Thursday. I think we were getting to the dates.
Yep.
Thursday is the setup, and we have the flowers from Trader Joe, and we have a lot of help. And then we put everything out in the library, first floor, second floor, and then the show itself is Friday and Saturday.
Yep.
And it's just open to the public, and we invite people to come, and we catch a lot of people who are just coming in to visit the library anyway. And we have one lady who does beautiful raffle, and that's Lorraine Wilton, and every year she donates a beautiful arrangement, and the tickets are free, and some lucky person wins a beautiful arrangement.
I mean, you know, we talked about it earlier, how there's so many people like Jeannie Meredith, Deb Panetta, the two of you that are involved in different things in town. I mean, I want to show a picture now from the Saugus River Watershed Council. Now, I couldn't be there that night, but you were both given a stewardship award, right?
Yes.
I think the Garden Club was given a stewardship
Yes.
award for your sort of service to the community and dedication to protecting the environment.
Yep.
I mean, how does it feel? And there's another award, Donna, that we're going to talk about in a second. How does it feel to be sort of honored with recognition like this? I mean, you've been involved in the Garden Club for decades,
Yes.
you know, and you don't do it for, nobody does. That's what I find in this town, is people don't get involved for parades or recognition or ceremonies or whatever it is. But what does it mean to you to be spotlighted by this organization or another one, you know?
It surprised me when Debbie called and said that we were getting this award, and it pleased me more than surprised me. It was so nice to be recognized, the Garden Club, at an event that we didn't sponsor, that we were the recipients of an award. And we met a lot of other people who were there that night, who were environmentalists, who had professional environmentalists, who were just regular folks like us.
Right.
And it's very uplifting to know that your club is being recognized for an award like this.
Well, you know, in addition to groups like SAVE or the Saugus River Watershed Council or the Lions recognizing groups, the town also gives away every year a couple of awards to one individual. Now, I have the photo up here. This, is it 2018?
2018, yeah.
You were named Saugus Woman of the Year.
Yeah.
Now, in that photo is Selectman, I believe Selectman at the time, Jen Dion,
Yes.
Selectman Panetta, Town Manager Crabtree, and the Saugus Man of the Year at the time,
Was Ed Carlson.
Ed Carlson. Mm-hmm. And they put your name up on a plaque in Town Hall, and you get a plaque to take home.
Big plaque.
I mean, there's only one a year, Donna.
Uh-huh.
What was that ceremony like? Because I remember being there. This is given out at Founders Day every year, and you're called up to the stage along with all the other past recipients of the award. In fact, another friend of ours that we mentioned earlier, Ruth Berg, was named Saugus Woman of the Year a couple of years ago.
The year after I was, I believe.
Because I remember, so I went to school with Ruth's grandson, David. When I went to college together, and I didn't know him. So when I met him in school and we had worked in the student government together and everything else, he pointed out that his grandmother was from Saugus, and I didn't realize I had already known her.
Yeah.
You know? So when you, I presume your plaque is at home, when you look at the plaque on the wall, what do you think about? Your decades of service to the town? Or how the hell did they pick me?
That's it. Yeah, that's kind of it. I know the criteria, but I didn't think that I was quite worthy of it. But yeah, but the community service that we do is what is important. And I also do a lot with my church, which is St. John's Church, and writing grants and other things that cross over through different organizations. And I was wicked honored. I had everybody there. my grandchildren came up. I gave a small speech, and then my grandchildren came up, 5 of them, and it was real hometown, and I just loved it. I kind of got into it. Yeah, this is nice.
Well, it's done at Founders Day in front of Town Hall, in front of everybody. You know,
Yep.
they, you know, that's the big point of the big event at Founders Day is the Man and Women of the Year ceremonies. You know, you look around and the Board of Selectmen's there and the school committee. You know, you'll see town meeting members. As a matter of fact, Peter,
My
your
brother-in-law.
brother-in-law, Peter
Yeah.
Nugan, town meeting member of the finance committee at one point, Board of Selectmen.
Oh, yeah.
I think Board of Selectmen school
Yes,
committee.
he was. Yeah, he was.
He was named Man of the Year a couple of years ago as well. And I remember actually it was the year you got honored. I remember standing next to him and watching it together.
Yeah. He deserves it.
Well, that's it. There's a lot of
Yeah.
people in this town.
Yes, yeah, some quiet people and some people who are more visible.
You know, but I just like the positivity. I like when we honor groups. I like when we honor citizens, and I like when people like yourselves give decades to the town you love.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I mean, we got to get close to wrapping up here, but I guess to say, as I just keep repeating myself, the Garden Club is one of the sweetest organizations I've ever been a part of. Not just because of the assorted confections that they throw at me, but everybody involved is very, very nice. I mean, how would you guys sort of sum it up? And if you want to look directly into the camera, we can put email addresses on the screen, phone numbers. How would somebody get involved?
We have a wonderful website. We've had one for a long time, and then Wendy Nelson asked me if I needed help. I obviously needed help with it, and she just took it over. So it's www.Saugus Garden Club, and I would recommend that you go there because she puts up all of our upcoming activities and pictures from previous events. I've got a list of some things that I would like to say,
Please.
of some of the things that we've done. The iris is our garden club flower, and that was adopted in 1967. In 1965, the town meeting adopted it was suggested by the Saugus Garden Club to have a Saugus Conservation Commission, and the town meeting adopted
I
it.
didn't realize the Conservation Commission came from the Garden Club.
It did in 1965, and Garden Club members were on that first committee. We have a butterfly garden, which has turned into a butterfly meadow in Breakheart. We set up the Blue Star Memorial, which is on Veterans Park on the corner of Winter and Central. We learned about Blue Star Memorials and Blue Star Monuments, and because Saugus was a byway, the Blue Star, we qualified, so the Garden Club did that, and we had a plaque put on. Randy Aber was the person who led that. We've participated with Veterans Group. From that, we've met some of the veterans groups, and we have helped them with flower arrangements for their fundraisers for the last 2 years. That monument was dedicated November 11th, 2009. Of course, we partner with the Historical Society, and we had a long-running program with the youth at the Saugus Public Library where they would come once a week. We are part of the New Friends of the Library is who we partner with for the Books in Bloom, and they're very helpful. It's hand in hand that we do that. We discussed Founders Day. We have with Breakheart the family festival. We help them out with that. We participate in the Topsville Fair, where we help with the flower barn in various capacities. And the Make Center, from the very beginning, the Malia Graves School in Cliftondale have their Festival of Lights and we've participated in that when Lee Dimet was the one who led us with that. We have a holiday dinner, and then the 2 workshops that are so popular, the Thanksgiving centerpiece and the holiday wreath
I remember going
decorating.
to the holiday dinner. It was at the Continental.
Continental, yeah.
It was the right before it closed, week
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, we had to push our date back because our original date was in December and
Yep.
they would have been closed. So they allowed us to do that. We have our annual meeting at the Braycott Lodge, and they close the doors to the public, and they've been wonderful with us, and they invite us in. We have we have the whole day in the afternoon to use the lodge. We have a lovely lunch, and we have our annual meeting in there. And we have a lot of workshops that are small workshops, like getting ready for the plant sale in the Historical Society. And then we have field trip every year. Last year,
Oh, didn't you guys go to the casino?
we did.
You went to the Everett
We
Casino.
did. It took a long time for us to come around to taking the garden club to a casino. And then I thought, what was my hesitation?
Because
Because,
they got some lovely gardens over
oh,
there,
they're
too.
fabulous. They rolled out the red carpet for us, and they had us, they gave us a tour of everything and the history of the plants and the number of plants. And we're going back again because not everybody made it, and a lot of people heard how wonderful
I
it
think I was in
was.
school that day.
No,
Yeah.
well,
My mother went.
we will be doing it again this spring, and Lorraine has suggested the tea party. The tea party,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a great idea.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm in a couple of other organizations, and we had tea parties, and they were always
I'm a
delightful.
tea expert.
You are tea expert. Yeah,
We should have a tea party.
we are.
We can make those little British sandwiches without the crusts on them.
Yes.
Yes,
Salmon.
yes.
We might ask the ladies if they would like to wear a hat.
That sounds wonderful.
They're certainly welcome to. So we're going to play it by ear, but looking forward to it because tea parties are always they're great. Yeah.
We'll be having it at St. John's because the hall is big.
Yeah.
And then they have a memorial garden there. And a lot of our members we've been to meetings there either at night or whatever. So this time we'll tour the memorial garden at St. John's too.
I mean, see, and we got to wrap up here. So I'll just say all of that sounds wonderful. You know, there's a lot of events on deck. They have some annual events.
Yes.
So even if you're unsure you want to be a member, please come down, come to a meeting, check the website.
Yes.
Should be on some of the town pages too. Usually Facebook, there's something about the garden clubs. Come and take a look.
Yeah.
You'll see the website on the screen now and an email address if we have one.
Yeah. It's easy. It's Donna23, Comcast.net.
Donna23, Comcast.net. Please reach out to Donna if you need more information. Reach out to the station. I will get it for you. Donna, Lorraine, you two are absolutely lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time on Know Your Town.